Welcome back, survivors! I'm the Survival Abyss, and welcome back to Dredge, with the new DLC, The Pale Reach. So this released pretty recently, I think it was November 16th or 17th that came out, and Dredge, I think it's one of my favorite series we've done on the channel in 2023 so far, and I'm very happy to be able to bring it back with some new DLC and content to show off. Now, normally when you think of the Lovecraft mythos and stuff sort of like that, where Dredge gets some of its inspirations, you probably think of Cthulhu, Innsmouth, some stuff like that. One place you don't really think of is the Antarctic, but Lovecraft actually placed one of his stories, I believe it was called The Mountains of Madness, as, like, hidden within Antarctica, down, frozen within the ice and that, and I think that's where the Pale Reach's inspirations might come from. So I'm eager to play along, see how that'll unfold and pertain to things, and also how, like, we access it. Because I haven't played Dredge really all that much since completing the story mode, and, well, actually, the game only has its story in mode like that. Oh! Fisherman, have you run into a photographer on your travels? She docked here a few days ago for supplies. I suggested that she take some pictures of the town for promotional purposes, but she didn't seem too interested. She mentioned she was heading south. Perhaps you should introduce yourself. And that was actually one of the things in an update recently, too, was that, I think there was photography that was kind of added to the game, or, like, little photo missions, and something else. But let me talk to the mayor again. I should get back to fishing. I'm trying to think of, like, what I have to do. It's like, I don't know how I access the Pale Reach. Like, there's... Oh, actually, that's probably it right there. Actually, you know what? I wonder if that... I think there was supposedly 2 DLCs. One was supposed to be... I can't remember if it actually, like, talked about it would be the Pale Reach, but one was supposed to be, like, with like, an oil rig and mining that would have played into things. Oh. Okay, you know what? Let me stop right back into town to try to repair, because I kind of forgot just how speedy we are now. Yeah, my memory of the controls has completely lost me, so, okay, it's not dry dock, because we're actually fully upgraded. Shipwright. Yeah, I need a little bit of repairs, please. I've got $16,000, so I think we should be good for anything we need to do or get done. And yeah, we're all good, so let me undock and try to be a bit smarter when it comes to, what we've got to do. We're going to make our way due south and see what the Pale Reach has in store. Because I don't know how much it impacts the rest of the game. Actually, truth be told. No, I don't think that's it we're seeing. Oh, orcapods! That's right, I forgot that you had, like, little things like that just out and about. Hang on a moment. Yellow glow. Right, that's how I change it. Again, I'm completely lost on the controls because it has been a fair while since I last played Dredge. An Ouroboros flag. Against the pale blue, blue storm consumes this tail and this cycle in the deep. That's interesting. I wonder if that's going to, like, pertain to some of the DLC stuff, but... Yeah, the only thing I can think of for starting it is going to where the mystery thing is there. And then, yeah, we can boost ourselves if we want. Yeah, that's got to be the Pale Reach there. So I'm curious if it has, like, its own little contained story, if this is actually going to be something that'll elaborate or change anything of the base game story, or what. This looks interesting. Because there's going to be new species of fish to catch. There's a few different pieces of equipment, I think, to go through as well. It's just a neat setting to have present. Uh-oh. Better dock so I don't have to worry about that. Traveling merchant. Down here to investigate the ice field too? It seems to have appeared out of nowhere. My best guess is that it drifted up from the south. Either way, I thought I should set up a pontoon here, but when I went to stake my claim, I noticed some old equipment on the ice. Come check it out when you get a second. In the meantime, I've got some new rods for sale. They'll be perfect for fishing in the ice around here. Oh, that's good to know. Let's start with the icy work site. The traveling merchant has crossed over the nearby iceberg and is inspecting some old pieces of metal. You approach. It's so weird. This stuff seems old. Like, really old. She kicks a large sheet of metal half embedded in the ice. A thin layer of snow dislodges, revealing lines of rivet holes. And come in here. Look. You follow her into a small makeshift shelter, ruined by years of harsh weather. Inside are some schematics nailed to a table, still barely legible. See how they angled these sheets? And the lining of the metal around the bow? Whoever was here, I think they are constructing an icebreaker. What's an icebreaker? It's a reinforced structure attached to the front of ships to help them safely cut a path through ice. With these plans, I could probably make another... She trudges outside again, paces out the length of the metal scraps on the ice. We've got most of the basic materials here already, but of course, we're missing the most crucial pieces. An icebreaker needs specially tempered, angled metal, as well as components designed to minimize the impact to your hull. I can't see any of those here, but whoever left all this stuff here, maybe they left other pieces elsewhere? Or maybe I'll be able to find their old ship and salvage the icebreaker they already built? That would be convenient. Anyway, to build a new icebreaker, these are the parts we'll need. Ooh, plow half. Okay, it looks like there's some bracing and some plow halves. Okay, and let's see about... The shipyard, I believe, is the one I want. I hope you're being careful out there. Seeing your boat sail up over puts a smile on my face every time. So we've got the barbed ice rod and the glacial lance. Okay. Well, you know what? I think I'll take that one here. This will go to storage. I'll uninstall that, send that to storage. And I'll get the glacial lance right there. So get that done. Okay, I think that's all I need for right now. So yeah, so that'll let us do ice and oceanic. Now, can I rotate this? Oh, I can. Perfect. And you know what? I'm just going to move this over just to free up more inventory space in the middle. Okay, and if I go to research, there's probably nothing new, right? Well, there are things like this I didn't actually finish up getting. And floating dock, yeah, everything there, upgrade is there. I'm going rest till morning, just so that way we don't have any, like, dangers right now. We can start slowly investigating around here and seeing... Ooh, I like the music, though. Okay, my guess is the ice... Okay, gotta be careful of that. My guess is the icebreaker is going to be able to cut through places like that. Well, let's see what some of the new fish species might be. Oh, the ice fish. One of the few vertebrates with transparent blood. Its glassy flesh blends in with the surrounding ice. Yeah, they're actually a really unique species. I think it's because they don't have any hemoglobin in their blood like we do, that the ice, or their blood is transparent. I'm not sure just how many new species there will be to catch, so we'll have to see how much there is content-wise for the Pale Reach. Okay, there's that done. Now let me just turn off the lights and just keep looking around in here. Oh, I see something over there that has like the golden shine to it. And we got another species here, the toothfish. As one of the largest fish inhabiting sub-zero waters, this voracious predator fills the same ecological niche that sharks do. Yeah, I guess there really aren't that many, like, cold, or, like, frigid area, or frigid, darn it, I gotta be more careful. Again, it has been a while since I last played. That's just an ice fish school, but we got something here. Oh, the photographer. Hello, I don't think we've met. A fisherman, I presume? Please, try to keep your engine noise to a minimum. It tends to frighten the wildlife. There's a narwhal somewhere in this ice field. I couldn't get any further in, so I've been trying to take a picture from here with no luck. I tried placing some scraps of fish on that sheet over there to entice it. I didn't have enough to hold its attention for long enough. I only caught a glimpse. I don't suppose you have any fish you'd be prepared to donate in pursuit of wildlife photography? Fill the space entirely with any fish you like. Okay, well, that's actually not going to be too bad, because I do have... There you go. That's perfect. Now cut your engines. We need to wait in complete silence. Ooh, we have to wait a long time. Shh, I think I hear something under the ice. That's not a narwhal. What on earth was that thing? I'm not sticking around to find out. Yeah, I do not blame you. Okay. But you know what? Let's keep investigating. Careful, careful, careful. Okay, yeah, so I just want to check here. So we've got the ice fish. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so there's going to be a fair variety of new fish to try getting. I do need to be careful in here, but I do see... Okay, that's just an ice fish school. Alright, we got the whispers coming after us. Okay, what do we... Oh, this is part of the icebreaker. Oh, geez, it's pretty freaking big. I just heard what I thought was like a heartbeat. I'm going to... Yeah, let me dock here. It's another ruined camp. A cold wind whistles through the doorway of the only cabin still standing. Behind it, a frozen-over dig site is littered with tools and debris. I guess we'll start with the cabin? You enter the small cabin, the door long since fallen from its hinges. A rotting table sits inside. A crudely drawn map of the area has been charted onto a scrap of paper. You attach it to your own map. A large book sits on the table. It's well worn from the passage of time, but you still read the words, Captain's Log, etched into the cover. You open the book, its frozen spine cracking for the first time in decades. Which entry do you want to read? Let's start with May 30th, 1847. Arrived at the floating sea ice amidst a particularly thick fog. A few channels could be seen leading into the ice, though sizable chunks float in our way, posing a hazard. I have ordered us to moor against the outer ice wall while the engineers make adjustments to better prepare the vessel. Which entry do you want to read? Let's do June 1st. The vessel was pursued by a particularly aggressive narwhal. Some men placed fish on the ice nearby in an effort to distract it. It appeared to work, though only for a time. It resurfaced and needed satiating repeatedly. If we can't find a more permanent solution to the beast, we'll have to make sure we keep enough fish on hand to placate it. Or placate it. So I guess we have to keep offering food to it, otherwise it's going to come after us. Okay. 5th of June. As I lay falling asleep, the most almighty voice spoke unto me. It resounded from the thick ice below, at once both powerful and ethereal. There was no mistaking this as a trick of the wind, nor jest by the crew. It did not pause for response or acknowledgement, but whispered a cryptic prophecy. At first, I could not make sense of it. 3 listeners shall hear the heart, and that I should indulge these listeners. It spoke of boundless wealth from the stars, and of eyes opening unto the world. The rest of my sleep was feverish, as my mind was plagued with the sound of the voice. It spun in my head, echoing ever louder. In the morning, the boatswain and the navigator came to me separately, claiming to have heard a sound like a heartbeat as the men were digging yesterday. They indicated a desire to explore the eastern and western reaches of the ice field. I shall indulge them. Ooh, creepy. And the ice shard. Oh. Light pierces through the ice, intensifying and concentrating to a glow in the center. A dark form takes shape against the light. Looks like a person. Place an ear to the ice. A distorted voice echoes from within. Don't disturb the ice. Who are you? Captain. The expedition. Chart the ice field. Appeared suddenly through the ice. What happened here? It whispered. Promised. Stones from the stars. It knew. 3 would hear the heart beneath the ice. Voice grows louder. It commanded. 3 listeners, 3 sacrifices, for 3 eyes. I obeyed, but a 4th now sees forever. Futile. The shadow's silent for a long time. Slumbering, still, should leave. It sees you before it whispers. Can I break the ice? Do not risk breaking. It senses through the ice. Through the shadows, no hope. Okay, so I need something special for that. So I'll have to find something there. But we'll undock for now. And I've got a little bit of a map, and there are a few spots I have to get to. Oh, but this is spooky. What's basically a completely empty ice field. I better get the, the haste ready. Because if that... well, they call it a narwhal. We definitely know it's not one. No, a char. Okay, I gotta admit, the atmosphere for this area is really well done. It does give me this, like, really otherworldly kind of feel through the music. Like, it's not kind of like the other areas where it's like little small hints towards something else. Okay. I'll need to have the icebreaker to get there. Oh, there are a lot of water spouts here, though. No, I won't worry about that. Okay, let me... Can I... Okay, I can't really see anything more through daylight. I'll just have to keep exploring through the ice field and see what else we can come across. But yeah, I love the music for this area. It gives this really weird feeling of, like, primordialness. Oh. Oh, is that a goblin shark? It is. I'm not sure if they'd actually be found in, like, Arctic regions like this or not. Oh, and a grizzly shark. Our errant teeth push through failing skin. A single mouth is not enough. Okay. Oh. Okay, so this must be... Oh, you can use... I see. We want to stock up on fish in order to use the narwhal in order to open up some new passages for us. Gotcha. Well, we can try doing that. But yeah, this DLC area, it definitely has the vibes of Lovecraft inspired. Hearing this otherworldly heartbeat every so often, and you actually do hear it too. As long as I'm not talking too loud. Every so often there's a... Lingfish here will probably attract that monstrous narwhal. That's what we want. That, and that, and that. No more fish will fit on the pile. There it is. It looks like a mix of like a sea lion and a narwhal, though. Like, it has these more like paws to the front of it and a more wolf canine-esque kind of look for the face in a way. That should keep it satisfied, at least for a little while. Yeah, let's quickly... Okay, I need the icebreaker for there. Oh. That's a hand. That's a giant one, too. Oh, there's another part to the icebreaker, though. Okay. I think there's one more part I still need, but this is... Oh, another thing someone frozen in ice, too. Yeah, that's a giant hand. That actually reminds me of the narwhal. You dock against a small platform of ice formed around a gigantic clawed hand. You're not the first to find this place. Remnants of a long abandoned camp litter the ice. Frozen equipment. There are very few pieces that still remain. Whoever made camp here was poorly prepared. Inside a small bag, you find a leather-bound journal. Which entry do you want to read? 4th of June, 1847. The men spent the whole day digging. They passed up chunks of ice, some as brilliant as crystals, as others of a deepest blue more beautiful than sapphires. But none held the glow we had seen in the night. However, I did note a disturbance in the ice to the west. It began as a periodic, distant rumble. As the men dug deeper, the pulsing quickened, strengthening till I could see the ice shifting on the surface. I shall have to inform the captain. It may well be that narwhal creature we saw earlier, though this did seem much larger. As I write this, I can already feel my eyes closing. They'll have to wait until morning. Interesting. June 7th. This morning, the captain appeared out of the fog, rowing alone. Apparently, the boatswain remains at a camp in the east, waiting for nightfall. They are unsuccessful in their search, but it does make sense that the lights would be more visible at night. Tomorrow, we're to journey together to the west, towards the shifting ice that I reported. And the 8th of June. We are alone on a small island of ice. After hours of rowing through narrow channels, it rose through the fog, a gargantuan, monstrous claw reaching from the deep. Whatever creature it once belonged to must be long dead, as the claws frozen solid. I wanted to turn back immediately, but the captain insisted we investigate. He's on edge, his head turning this way and that, listening for the slightest sound. He's convinced something will happen after dark. As the last light from the cold sun fades, I have the sense that it will be a long night. And we have an ice shard with another person frozen inside. An unnatural spire of ice stands above scraps of snowed-over equipment, a dark shape twists within. And near the ice. A voice calls out, distant and distorted. Trapped. Forever. This prison. Get me out. Break it. Somehow. Free me. Who are you? The navigator. Find safe passage. Chart the ice. It came from beyond. Break it. Somehow. Free me. What happened? The digging. The cracked ice. Like a web. Awoke. The ice heart. I told him. Whispers in the west. Took the boatswain east. Returned alone. Dark figure shudders, sending vibrations through the ice. The next day, rode here. The captain saw the claws. Gripped my soul. He insisted, made camp. Shadow of the beast. Waiting for the stars in the night, I saw his shape. Suddenly, swallowed by the cold and the dark, he left me. Break it somehow. Okay, yeah, this is getting interesting. It's a shame to have to do this, but I do have to pause this episode right here, but I'm loving the intro already to this. Setting up some very interesting things frozen in the ice here. There is a new monster to try to keep watch for and actually work with it a little bit in order to free up some new spots, but oh, this is what I missed of Dredge. Nice fishing atmosphere with a deep, looming existential and unspeakable horror lurking below. But thank you guys very much for joining on this first episode of Dredge, the Pale Reach. If you liked the video, be sure to give a like. And if you have any comments, tips, or tricks, push in the comments right down below. Until I see you all in the next video or episode, survivors, please remember, as always, to take care and stay alive.